dead cells like pineapple. So you just take a thin slice of pineapple and just go like this all over your body.
Yeah, what about the formula, coconut pineapple formula for the bath still?
That's internal. If you want to get rid of dead cells quicker in your skin, then you just rub on pineapple, but only do it once every 5 days. Because if you've got enough fat in your skin, in the cells in the skin, it won't dissolve the healthy cells. If you use this on the skin every day, every other day, or every third day, it's going to get into the live cells and defat them and damage them. Pineapple is very potent.
Need to be blended, or just you've got to just take a cube like that?
Take a thin slice. You've got it size of your hand, and just go like this all over.
Okay, Lisa.
So
that's what we'll be doing.
And then
it's for everywhere where you
do
want
it
to
internal too, still for the deeper.
Well, yeah,
both in
that's
and
for
out.
inside.
So
Yeah.
you could before you get in the hot water, and then after you.
But internally, you can have pineapple every other day, but on the surface of the skin, you want to do it every 5 days.
What about the pineapple and the green juice that you do you not do that much anymore?
Sometimes it depends upon the
For
person.
lymphatic.
Yeah.
Did you
For
say
the lymphatic or digestion.
Digestion.
Did you say when you're getting a massage once a week, you also put butter and something else?
I
Butter and
put
pineapple?
half butter, half. Normally, I'll use half butter and half bone marrow.
No coconut cream.
Sometimes I'll put a tablespoon of coconut cream in it, and about a tablespoon of the pineapple juice.
And what does that? It protects your skin from.
Protects it and also gives me enough pineapple to start breaking down dead cells.
It protects it from what?
Stuff burning coming out, or
What do you mean the pine?
the skin? It protects the skin.
Are you
because
saying that
Your cells need nourishment all the time. If you've got poisons coming out through your skin, your skin cells are going to be throwing off fat all the time. If they lose their fat, the poisons as they come out are going to damage the skin and kill it.
Okay, so
That's when you start having a lot of sagging skin. It's dead skin.
dead skin.
So the dead cells can't absorb fat. So when you put the butter and the bone marrow on there, it feeds the healthy cells so that when you put the pineapple on, it doesn't damage the healthy cells. It'll only start dissolving the bromelain in it, and other enzymes will only dissolve the dead cells.
So
when are you supposed to do this? After a hot bath?
Good time.
So you're saying that when you
I do a hot bath. My massage therapist comes. I'm out of the hot bath right when he gets there, and I get right on the massage table.
So when you have your bath and then you put the butter and bone marrow on, and he's massaging, and all the toxins all the dead skin's coming out.
No, I got the dead skins off in the bath.
Okay, so you're protecting your skin.
Feeding the skin.
Feeding the skin, but by feeding the skin, the toxins are coming into the bone and marrow and the butter.
The bone marrow and the butter provide the fat for the cells to protect themselves. So that any toxins coming through my skin will not damage those cells.
if it goes fat?
No, the fat's they're already strong, so when it comes out the skin in perspiration or as dead skin cells, it won't damage those healthy cells, those live cells.
Do you do a bath every day then?
I only take a bath once a week.
Do you do it right after you take the bath, or is that the best time?
Right after I have the bath, I have the massage.
After you come out?
Yep.
What do you mean massage? How do you massage?
I have a massage therapist come and
so you
massage it
do
into
that,
my
and
skin.
then you use that
mixture.
So
Well, what if you don't have a massage therapist? Can you just put it on anyway?
Yeah.
To get a girlfriend.
It's just I like it rubbed into my skin.
Found one yet.
So that sagging skin is dead cells.
Most of it's dead cells.
So how to avoid that?
That's just what I was telling you, how to avoid it. And also how to get rid of it.
Come on in.
Hello.
That's my son.
Hello.
Sorry, it's my birthday today. So happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Are you here for the question answer?
I just got information. I went to the other place because I'm not on the list. Somebody gave me the information.
Oh, no.
And I think here.
Shall we sit over there where it's
Yeah.
softer?
Yeah.
I don't have any question. Everything written in the book. I don't know anything about it completely. I'm from Poland, so we eat Greek sausages and Greek food.
What's that after you talking about getting rid of that sagging skin?
You rub pineapple on it.
You rub
Pineapple juice.
pine.
Take a very thin slice of pineapple and just rub it all over
Yeah.
anywhere.
And that'll take off the dead.
I've even found, I had a patient who had descending testicles. He got a flu shot and poisons went to his testicles. And his testicles fell like 4 inches within 6 months. And I had him rub pineapple juice on it every 5 days. And within about 2 months, right back.
And then
This is a man in his 60s,
so
mid-60s.
after the pineapple, you put the butter, bone marrow on, no? Just leave the pineapple on, and then wash it off.
But you only do it once every 5 days.
Do you wash it off? No.
Depends if you put so much on that it causes your skin to sting, then I would wipe it off. I would blot it off
This is also on the face.
everywhere, yeah.
Once every 5 days.
Or less. Do once every 5 to 7 days.
Isn't there for me to sit with you?
You come over and sit here. You think I'm toxic?
No.
That takes off. That will take away the sagging skin of your arms.
Eventually. Takes time.
Dead skin. And dead skin is created from what?
Well, either you're not eating enough meat to reproduce cells, so your body holds on to dead cells, and you're not eating enough fat to dissolve dead cells, your lymph system is not working. There can be a dozen reasons why your body collects dead cells. But the skin has more than anywhere else usually, because most of the toxins are leaving through the skin and damage skin cells. If you do the massage, or you just keep your body, if you do a bath, then you should always put something on your skin, raw butter, bone marrow, or that mixture
Afterwards, after the bath.
after the bath to protect your skin.
Butter and bone marrow. What's the proportion?
50-50.
Bone marrow and butter.
Another problem, I have very oily skin. I take baths frequently to clean off the oil as I go back. So
Well, you're lucky. Most people don't have that kind of oil to lubricate their skin and protect it.
I put coconut cream in the bath water, does that help?
I do that too.
You still need to do these other things too.
Well, that I put on after I get out of the bath. I put milk, coconut cream, sea salt or Epsom salt, and vinegar.
If I get a whole house water filter system, will I still have to put those same things in?
Just not as much. Very little after that. If you got a good 3-tier system, where where there's canisters are this big and this tall,
That's about this tall.
yeah, that's better. So you had, let's say you had a paper one, then you had another canister that was coconut carbon, and then a sand filter. Then you'd only have to put maybe half a cup of milk. Only half a cup of milk instead of a cup and a half. Oh, you guys got your fluoride in your water on the 22nd.
We do?
Yeah,
This month?
22nd of December. You started getting fluoride in your water down there.
Oh, they just want to kill us, don't they?
Yo, that's what they're after.
There's some cities now I read that are starting to ban it.
Yeah.
A couple of them, the ones that come in and out.
Well,
They're having problems with money, and so they figure, well, why should we poison our citizens
Absolutely.
with tax dollars when we don't even have enough of it?
Exactly, yeah. Well, San Diego was the only city, major city in the United States that fought it off this long.
San
December
Diego.
22nd, went in the water.
And where's that coming from again? The fluoride?
Well, it comes from making aluminum
That's right.
and
Oh my God.
a lot of industrial, military equipment.
It's just the waste that they,
It's a waste.
Yeah, it's a waste from
the waste that they'd have to go to a toxic waste dump for.
And
We
it
do-
costs
we
them
drink-
millions and millions of dollars to handle it that way. So they just put it in the water.
put in the water and say it's good for our
Yeah.
teeth and bones. Oh my God. How misleading.
Well, the worst thing about that is that when they did that test, the results were people had less cavities that had the fluoride in the water, but they didn't count, they had less teeth. The people who got the fluoride lost something like 10% of their teeth. Their teeth were falling out. So they had fewer teeth to have cavities.
Oh, I see. So the ones that didn't have the teeth, there's no cavities. And that's
That's
the
right.
way they went around it.
Less cavities.
Oh my gosh.
I went
If
to
you've got
one,
no teeth, how can you have cavities, for
Exactly.
goodness sakes?
Yep.
I went to one of the city council meetings when they were discussing this
Fluoride,
fluoride,
yeah.
and there was this ex-assemblyman, I think, or council member, his name was Ron Roberts, and he got up in front of them and he was talking about how important this was for the children. It made me feel like vomiting. I would like to go out there and tell them to.
Well, very few people know. The only reason I know about it is because when my nutritionist was teaching me, that information and the actual records were available. So I got to see them. And I saw, they had 10% fewer teeth. The people who got the fluoride lost 10% more teeth than the people who didn't get the fluoride. And the rate of cavities would have been less in the group who didn't get fluoride had they had their teeth. And the only reason that they had less cavities because they had less teeth. So that you can't get a hold of those tests anymore. They've gotten rid of everything, all the evidence.
Yeah, I tell you, they're making it trickier for us.
It's got that bowl in there.
Oh, okay.
So how did you hear about this?
I went to shopping. Yeah, it's like a spa.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
2-3 days ago.
And you met someone there.
Yes, I met a lady and she told me about your book.
Uh-huh.
And then she told me, email me the information about that. Where is it? So I went to this.
You went to the wrong one. Yeah, well, we just had a change on, what was it, Monday.
Oh, you went
Monday or
to
Tuesday.
the one in Sneakers and knocked on the door and Cynthia told you it was here. Well, at least you got here. It's a lot of information.
Don't know anything about it.
Well, we all started that way. We all started that way to understand health. It's this kind of health. It's a journey, but it's a good thing.
I have Hashimoto, so I thought maybe I can
What's Hashimoto?
Pardon?
What's Hashimoto?
I have Hashimoto.
Hashimoto, yes? How long?
Diagnosed a year and a half ago, so I think it's enjoying. I tried to nap, but then I was unable even to wake up,
Yeah, functioning.
functional. So I'm thinking also IV bag with vitamin C against American doctors. I have to ask somebody and I can always...
Well, if you want to know about health, don't go to any doctor, medical doctor. They know nothing about health. They only know disease and drugs. And they don't... They're run by the pharmaceutical industry, and their intent is to have profits made by you taking drugs. So there's no cures. They don't offer any cures. They offer you a lifetime of medication.
Yeah, because when I told my doctor that I want to have IV with vitamin C, that it's nonsense. But I think it does help a little bit, a lot of
Yeah, but
vitamin
it causes a lot. Vitamin C is not real vitamin C. It's ascorbic acid. You know, so it's a chemical. And it doesn't have any of the appearance of true vitamin C. Only way you can get vitamin C is from food. True vitamin C.
I have to take so much, so concentrated that I will need to...
Well, that's the whole point. If you eat a raw diet, you don't need a lot.
Yes,
You eat a cooked diet, you have to eat. You have a lot of toxins, and you need your proportion of vitamin C magnifies by almost 10 times.
that's the hard thing to understand, is that when you are on a clean diet, you need so little. Once your body starts balancing out, you need so little, and you get results like within a day. And that's because, I've only been on this, not completely, because I've been doing it slowly for 5-6 years. But you need very little. And then you start looking at all this junk that you buy, and all this money that you're wasting, and how much you have to take every morning. It's like a whole bowl full, and it's in your hands, and you have to take them with all water, and you just...
It's chemical. It's not food. You
You're
can't really
killing
assimilate
yourself.
it properly.
And you don't even understand it, because you think, well, that's the way I grew up. That's the way the doctors tell me. That's what the TV tells me. And it's all one big lie. And it's hard to turn your mind around to say, well, how do I change all that? If I go out, there's nowhere to go to eat healthy. I have to go to a fast food place. You have to start making all your food, and you have to carry it with you. It's a whole different mind reality. But if you want health, and if you want happiness, and if you want to be balanced, it's a discipline. It's a discipline. You can't say, I want a bullet. You can't say I want just a pill to fix it. It's everything about your life. You have to say, I want peace, and I want happiness, and I want, and you have to decide how to do it, because your health, when you start losing your energy, and when you start losing your body, eventually you sort of say, I have to do something. And then again, it's your choice. Every day it's your choice how you want to go about it. There's the doctors who want to kill you, and they just want your money, or it's your self-discipline and the knowledge that you're going to get. In this case, this man, he's got knowledge.
So do you think I could be cured by doing something right? Although it's a year and a half, I'm very low doses because I was fighting with my doctor. He was
I've worked with 5 cases of Hashimoto's, and all of them were reversed.
For how long they have been taking those Synthroid?
Oh no, I tell them not to take any.
Or not to take any, so they were not
No,
Synthroid.
they eat food.
But even that I am taking now Synthroid, I can take my... Because sometimes when you take so long, it's damages done.
Well, no, the more you do, you keep doing damage every time you take it.
What has she got?
Hashimoto's is
Autoimmune disease with antibiotics.
Thyroid.
pardon? Thyroid, yeah, with it. But
More.
when it's Hashimoto's, it's also combined with the lymphatic system. Lymphatic system doesn't work here along with the thyroid. But I tell everybody, it's absolute malarkey that your problem is your thyroid, because the thyroid handles the heart and the lungs. It doesn't handle energy yet, and it doesn't handle hair loss or anything like that. It doesn't affect that. That's medical malarkey. It's not true. You know? But they make millions and millions and millions of dollars selling thyroid medication because they say that it has to do with this. And it doesn't. You've got inability to utilize fats properly. And you just have to eat a diet that will help you utilize fats. And you have to eat proper fats for it. But you know, you just get my books and that'll get you started.
And the book gets started, or do I have to have a design diet for my...
Well, if you want to get through it faster, I can help you get through it, but I don't take anybody on unless they've at least read my first book first.
Yeah, I will. That's why I come to get your book. I think I can buy it here. They say I can buy the books here.
Yeah, but I sold them out yesterday, so I have my recipe book, but I don't have We Want to Live. I don't know if Lisa has any. Lisa?
Lisa might
Probably
have a copy
upstairs.
of it.
She might have one. So,
Well, in Poland, we didn't have that many chemical food for a long time. Now it's more
yeah.
into it. So we had a sort of good food, farmers' food, natural food.
Yeah.
And now it has to change. And my background is that even my mom was a medical doctor. We have 12 medical doctors in our families.
Wow.
So they are very pro-doctors.
Brainwashed.
Yeah.
Well, the pharmaceutical industry runs the medical industry. They write all the manuals for the doctors to follow. And they give incredible amounts of money to all the medical universities. Fund them, keep them in good stature, so everybody listens to the doctor.
I'm not sure if it's that corrupt in Poland. Not yet, but it's going to be. Because
The medical doctors are all trained all around the world the same,
yes.
by the same manuals from the pharmaceutical
Right.
industry.
Right, that's for sure.
Once you're trained that way, that's it. That's all you know. They don't want them to know anything else. So let's start going around. If you have questions.
I do. Okay, so mine's sort of all tied together, but sometimes my knees pop out of their joints and back in. Sometimes I hear like a popping or a cracking sound in my joints. And my left ankle, which I've broken and or sprained 3 different times, has been feeling weaker.
How many years?
How many years ago did I do it?
How many years? You see you broke it 3 times?
Yeah, well, I broke it first when I was about 16, and then after that, I can't remember whether it re-broke or it sprained twice or broke once again, and that was probably within the next, let's say, 10 years, something like that.
So about 20 and about 16
to say
and
26
about 26.
or 30, I don't remember exactly. And so my question is,
Well, that's
is there
pretty
anything
good.
I can do for that?
You know.
For like the knee, the knee did this morning. I was in bed and I just turned it and went, you know, comes out. And sometimes I can go for years and it won't happen. And then all of a sudden, lately, it's been happening more frequently.
Well, when it's cold like this, your body will detox joints and bones easier when it's cold. So a lot of people will have a lot of joint and bone problems in the winter because of the cleansing of that. And if you're popping, that means you're not getting enough fats in that joint to handle the toxicity that's being relieved either from the bone marrow discharging to the joint or just getting rid of some toxicity in the cartilage.
So how do I get the fat to that area?
Lubrication formulas, moisturizing formulas,
I mean, I eat that twice a day.
okay, and that's all you can do.
So it'll just,
Take your hot baths, and if you've got a particular joint that's more affected, then you put a hot water bottle near that one at night, and that'll force more circulation and more nutrients to that area and more fat with it.
okay. And the fact that I still, like for my arthritis, I still have like swelling here and swelling on the sides of my knees and stuff, is that?
Swelling is a good thing. Swelling means there's more nutrients going in that area to cleanse it and heal it. So you just put a hot water bottle in any joint where you're having problems. Anytime you have pain anywhere, you want to increase nutrients to that area, and you can do that with heat. And that will increase it'll cause everything to relax and swell. It'll get more nutrients into it.
Either a hot bath or a hot water bottle.
No, if you go into a bath, the whole body is going to be heated. It's not going to focus on that one problem area. At night, while you're asleep, put a hot water bottle near that problem area, so the body will focus on that area.
So even if there isn't any pain, it's just, I'm not feeling any pain, I just see the swelling.
And if you have cracking, that means you're not getting enough fat in there. So put the water bottle there, even if there's no pain. There's a sign that there's dryness, not enough fat, and that's popping.
Did you say dryness is from sulfur?
Sulfur can cause dryness,
What else causes dryness?
toxins in the body. Body using up the fat, buying the toxins. There's a lot of things that can cause dryness. Many toxins. Even hydrogenated fat causes dryness because it's plastic. It's not a fat that your body can utilize properly to lubricate itself, so it will cause dryness. You haven't read the books. Do you have a question?
Well, I have degenerated discs in my back. Is putting a hot water bottle in it to help it at night?
Absolutely, but if you have a degenerated, you can actually see it dissolving. And what does it look like?
Well, they're just not equivalent. There's not enough space in the disc. They're contracted.
So, then the hot water bottle is the main thing you have to do. Because you need to expand those tendons. Right now they're choking everything and will keep compressing. And your body will start dissolving its vertebrae to make up for that, and you'll start shrinking. So if you put the heat there, that will allow the tendons to hold the spinal cord together, the column together, to allow them to relax and there'll be space. That's the only way you can do it. Also, yoga, you can do the spinal twist, whether sitting spinal twist or lying down spinal twist, to make sure that after you use the heat, like you use the hot water bottle at night, get up in the morning, then do the spinal twist to make sure that everything is stretched while it's still soft, while it's still relaxed. And then it will stretch it even more. So by the time it's nighttime again, then do it again, stretch before you go to sleep, and then put the hot water bottle on.
I have
Pardon?
a device where I paint.
Always do heat first. So hang in the morning.
That spinal twist is an important thing to do.
Yeah, if you go and stretch it when those tendons are not relaxed and soft, it will make them more tense. So as soon as you get off that, they're going to go right back to gripping, and they're just going to Sometimes they'll turn off like that and press on the nerve and cause pain. So you've got to put heat first. Make sure those tendons, when you stretch them, they'll stay stretched and not go right back like a rubber band.
Well, that's what they do is like physical therapist, sometimes you catch me going and then I stretch.
Good.
So,
But is he using a hot heating pad, electric heating pad, or what?
hydraulic, or hydrometer, or it's the hot, it's in water.
Uh-huh.
And he puts it into something like that.
Probably put it in the microwave oven, is what they usually do.
Yeah, radioactive material, not a good thing.
No, it's not.
It's a
Boil
it's a
it.
pad. Oh,
He boiled it.
Bad,
That's okay.
But that
Little
spinal
hot.
twist really is simple and very effective.
I think I may know what you're talking about.
Okay, let me show you. I'm not too good these days because of my own uncomfortable stuff that I've been going through, so I haven't been doing it for a long time, but I'll just show you. I'll do the lying down one and then also the sitting up one. And I prefer the lying. It has when you're
More
not
relaxing.
when you're not so strong, the lying down is a lot easier. And I was told that you move just a little fraction if you're going to one side. Put your leg down. I'm going to the left, so I have to turn my head first. You have to make sure that you go into proper alignment. And so imagine pulling your head so your chin's facing towards your chest, and you turn it parallel to your shoulder first. And you put your arms out, and you twist, holding the knee, and keeping your right shoulder down. And when you stay in that position, it's very relaxing.
Sometimes it may not be relaxing for the first minute, but after the longer you're in it, the more it will relax. Unless you go into it too fast. If
Right.
you try to lie down, don't do it slowly like she did. Just you lie down, immediately turn it over, you can cause yourself to go into a cramp.
Well, the
Charlie horse in your back.
Yeah, the key thing is that you really have to follow your body, and that's one thing I try to monitor with my body because it's not really healthy at the moment. So now I'm going to move a slight to the left, and I'm going to align my head and chin, and I'm going to the left. And again, the leg that's down, you're flexing your toes, you're not pointing, you're flexing because that creates the proper alignment in the energy of your right side. And then you're going to slowly go as far as you can. If you can only go this far, that's all you go. I know how far I can go. And I'm surrendering.
And you can also use your hand like she's now doing to push it down.
You can push it down. I let my body push me because I know better. For me to use my hand to push me, I'm not really comfortable with that. So I'm monitoring what's happening to my body. And then I can put it down and move and go further. So you really, if your physical situation is what it is, then you really have to monitor it. And if you don't know how to monitor it, it's best to maybe 1 or 2 times have a personal yoga class, someone that really knows what they're doing.
And if you hold that position for 3 minutes on each side, that would be enough.
And it's just, oh God, it feels
I don't think you can let down.
What's
I
that?
had something. You didn't like it.
You don't like it?
No, Nick,
Who's
my
Nick?
physical therapist.
Oh, he's going to, well, then you have to work with him. If he knows, I don't know, Aajonus, will you tell me?
Let me tell you, when I had all my back problems from the radiation therapy, there was nothing that relieved me more than that one.
It is. It's
I also had to go
amazing.
into the plow too.
Plow, you want to see the plow?
So
It's just so fantastic. But you've got to take it slowly.
and those took care of my upper vertebrae.
You know, there's another thing that I've been finding really effective. It's called Jin Shinjutsu. It's where you put your hands on different pressure points and something lets go. I have amazing tension up here in the back, and I do the gallbladder, kidney, bladder meridian, and it's helping. But you need to understand that it's what do I do right now? What do I do now? And so everything has, you might need physical movement, you might need internal release with the meridians. You don't know. You need to start to understand who you are by the guidance you're receiving, and you don't know if your guidance is accurate.
Now, why wouldn't your physical therapist like that exercise?
Well, I showed, actually, Milt, the guy, his physical therapist suggested an exercise that he uses for spike guards. And he showed it, and I can show you now, but Nick said that might be a problem from the back. So what you did there, if that would be a problem, your exercise is somewhat similar.
I don't know, if you've got a cramped vertebrae, that's the only thing that's going to reveal it and release it properly.
It's not.
I mean, you can hang upside down, but that's still not going to make it stretch enough like it will in that position.
So you have to understand your fear might be buying into, your resistance might be buying into what you need to do by the influence of somebody else telling you what you're needing.
We'll do it for a week and see. The thing is, you don't go into it fast.
What about the child's pose? Where you just, where first of all, you
The
start...
fetal position.
You kind of start this way, and you stretch it, and then sometimes somebody kind of sits on this part of you, and you stretch even more. Or they stretch you while you're in the pose. And then sometimes you can do the cat, which again is going to help you stretch. But the twist, it does something to the spine and all the vertebrae that feed from the spine.
All the tendons.
All the tendons.
It stretches them out so there's no pressure. But that's the only thing you do with those spinal twists.
So you're having to overcome your fears.
I don't know, I'm not good doing exercises myself.
Well, why don't you...
Well, that one is easy if you're lying down doing it. If you do the sitting one, that's very strenuous.
On any exercise, if you want to do, I have some of the problems with my back is very tight hamstring muscles.
Yeah,
And
that's a lot of fear. Tight hamstring muscles, major large intestine fears. You just have to go to someone that knows what they're doing, and they will tell you from what you're talking, what you're dealing with, why it's manifesting in your body. I know all about tight hamstrings. A lot of fear involved there, a lot of resistance. Oh, I better not do this. I might fail.
You're saying it's more psychological.
A lot of our stuff is psychological. So when we do this diet, we're looking at all this psychological stuff. Yeah, everything's moving all the time. You're trying to come to know who you are, not what, our crippled state is. Very much psychological. I've seen things moving around within a day, and it's all up here. We're dealing with a lot of fear.
I don't have those same opinions, like I said in my book, but fear can keep you from doing what you need to do. Like, I should have been eating raw meat 3 years when it was first introduced to me, but I had such a fear of it for that 3 years, I had to go to the point of wanting to kill myself, thinking that the raw meat would do it, and then discovering that it was exactly what I needed. There's 3 years of stupid fear, and the doctors put it in my head. I would say just do that posture. The problem you're talking about, all you need to do is that posture.
Yeah, but if he's afraid of doing it alone, and if you are afraid, which I can totally understand, then give that to yourself. Find someone that's really nurturing, that's going to take it slowly with you. So then if you're not aware of your body, and you're not wanting to be aware of your body by the sound of it, get someone that's going to show you how to be gentle with your body. And then, once you know, then you say, well, I don't need that fix anymore, I'm giving it to myself. But it would be, it's a beautiful gift to give to yourself, because not many of us know how to treat our bodies. If we did, I don't think we would be on the planet. We're in this body. But yeah, you'll probably love it. You'll probably love someone sort of, all of a sudden having a gentle touch on you. You might even cry. There's so many emotions that, our emotional turmoil, we don't know what that means.
Michael, when I had the radiation therapy that cauterized my spine, I was in pain all day long, 24 hours a day. I was able to sleep only 10 minutes at a time without waking up in excruciating pain. The first freedom from that was when I learned to go into a hot bath and sleep in a hot bath with lots of Epsom salt in it, so my body became buoyant. I didn't have that pressure on my back. So I could sleep there as long as I could until the water got too cold. And I'd wake up freezing cold, and then I would reheat the let some of the water out and reheat it. And then I couldn't live in the bathtub anymore. I did it for a year. I actually lived in the bathtub 14, 16 hours a day. Then I had to find another way, and I did everything. When I learned those two positions right there on either side, it changed my life. I was able to start bicycling. That's when I went out, 27 years old, and was able to start bicycling. I still had to get off the bicycle every hour to hour and a half and go into those two positions and the plow. And I did that for maybe 10 minutes. 3 minutes per position, a minute in between. So that's 3 positions, 9 minutes and a minute in between the plow and the spinal twist. I was able to get on that bike for another, hour and a half, and ride again. That position right there, those two positions right there gave me more ease from my back pain than any other.
All right.
Just try it.
But just to piggyback on that, do you have an opinion about the difference between yoga and Pilates?
Well, I studied yoga and I taught yoga, Pilates, I've only looked at a video, but I've never done it, so I really can't talk about it.
But Pilates is a practice of elongating the body. It's a little bit different to yoga. It strengthens the core muscles. Everything, like for instance, when you do a Pilates, you're coming up this way. You're trying to tighten the core muscles, so then you gain more strength, and then you can stretch it. Then you find ways to stretch. Yoga also does that, but in a different way.
So they're just really two different modalities, and they both have their good.
Different modalities.
Well, yoga is about relaxing and stretching.
Yeah.
Pilates is about firming, toning.
Yeah, you're also trying to elongate, which means to stretch, but it's done from the core position. You're trying to strengthen the whole solar plexus, so then you can gain strength and stretch. Whereas yoga starts with really simple things of strengthening the joints by taking all the toxins out of the joints, just by doing simple exercises like this. Stretching, like twisting the spine, is you get the toxins out of the spine, and then you're trying to eliminate in the process. So I don't know enough about it, and I don't know enough about yoga to really, give what happens physiologically. But
yeah, that's good information. Thank you.
Well, yoga is basically, when I studied it, when I taught it, is to stretch everything. Like animals, when they first get up, you'll see them all stretch and move around so they can be limber, so they can be fast. If you've got joints rubbing on each other, you're going to wear down your cartilage. Yoga's about stretching everything out to be limber. Then, of course, they got Bikram yoga in there, fast stuff to get you to sweat and exercise. You do quick stuff, but yoga was always a slow meditative process to stretch the body in all different positions.
Yeah, one instructor once have said, the reason why I'm incorporating so many positions in this one and a half hour class is to tell you, to show you as many good postures as possible. But when you go home, ideally each pose should be minimum 3 to 10 minutes. And in that way, you allow the body, when you relax into it, you allow the body to relax and release and then stretch. So there's a lot of, it's like everything's a science, and there's so much information. And if you're not ready to hear it, you're not going to hear it. And then you're going to sort of say, yeah, I do that in a fast-paced Bikram yoga in a sweated room. And it's like, you might as well just don't have a proper hot bath.
Do you have any we want to list, Lisa?
Don't. If you have my month version, from down you're out.
You what?
You've been out every time.
I just have some recipe books. I sold the rest of the books yesterday. I had no idea I was going to sell them.
I think I saw it yesterday on Amazon.
Pardon?
Your book was on Amazon.
Amazon, yes, it's on Amazon.
And I downloaded it to the Kindle, I think. I'm not sure. And you go Kindle?
Yeah, because
She could join your newsletter and pick it up from there.
yeah, we want to live.
Yeah.
Go
You can go to wewantTolive.com.
into the number 2.
I think I maybe did this yesterday. Maybe.
You did what?
Yesterday I put my email
Uh-huh.
on your website.
Well, it's not my website. I don't have time. I have somebody who does it. I contracted to do it, publish my stuff. So they have to take care of it. I don't take care of that website.
Who takes care of the Primal Diet website?
That's publisher.
Or- And you would hear us, we were
Where's
English.
the
No,
where's
you
the
don't.
where are the vertebrae that are tight on you, Michael?
L1, L3.
Oh, yeah.
Pardon?
Oh, yeah.
Lumbar.
T1 is higher.
T is, yeah, these are up here. Lumbar is down here.
Was it down there? Is that a position that you want to do?
Physical therapy.
Does he know meridians connected to that area?
He isn't really into that. I know what you're talking about.
He's a medical.
Oh, I don't know. It's
Physical
like you
therapy.
need to find someone that is a both. That's a metaphysician as well as a medical. That has Eastern as well as Western.
I had a physical therapist. I had a number of physical therapists, and one of them would give me a book on nephrology. So I have some idea of what you're talking about. But I've had better luck with a physical therapist than I had with the number. I've seen a number of them.
So you're dealing with a
Or
lot
is
of
it that you're
resistance.
just getting better?
I'm better now probably than I have been.
That's what I mean, but it may have to do with your body getting healthier, not necessarily his work. Just try the two positions.
I guess what I did, I did full-time yoga, and I'll try to find those positions. And I have some idea. I don't know how much I'll retain it.
Well, I don't know. I think you're dealing with a lot of personal resistance from what I'm sensing with you. And if you don't know what you're dealing with, going into the physical through a book, you might be put off. So it's self-abuse that you're being attracted to.
I don't think we should get into judgments like that.
No.
No. We don't even want to theorize that. That's just remember that. Let me do that for here. You don't have to go on your back first if you don't want to. I just usually start on my side, and then I'll roll back, and then bring this over and down. It's easier if you're doing from this position. Just remember, if you're on your left side, the right shoulder goes back. These two opposite. This goes forward, this goes backwards. If you're on your right side, your left side, the knee goes forward, the the shoulder goes backwards.
That's not easy to remember, though, Aajonus.
Very easy.
When he's never done it before?
No, he's on his side. On your right side, the left knee goes forward, the left shoulder goes back. It's always the shoulder goes back, the knee goes forward. So easy.
Well, I can remember that. I'm just not good at doing exercises.
That one will give you so much relief. well, I should say, gives me so much relief. It's my favorite. It's the only one I absolutely do every day.
And it's kind of like the diet. You probably, I mean, we all, I know for me, you know, first you resist, and then you start doing it, and you go, oh, well, that's helpful. And
Yeah.
so then you move to, I mean, I have so many rituals I do now. I started occupational therapy over a year ago, and I do it every single day because I need to do it for my arthritis. So I just find that I just add, you know, it's like, okay, when I'm ready, I add one more thing. And then it's not so difficult. Because I imagine it wasn't difficult to start the diet to begin with.
I thought that if someone that becomes the biggest inspiration to do something, and you are in such a big pain, it's just fine. Something that you really feel pain. Otherwise, maybe your pain is not that big.
We all have resistance.
It's also the way we get our attention.
Do you have a question, Joseph?
Yes, I'm trying to get a healthier floor covering in my house, but over the carpeting that's in there. Half my house is tile, the other half is carpeting. And
What kind of carpeting? Wool?
No.
Synthetic?
Yeah.
You're breathing plastic lint
Yeah,
all
I
day long?
understand. I want to get rid of it. And I've been, and also for my apartments too, I want to get rid of carpeting. And I've been looking at doing some tile and wood. But what I'm finding in wood or laminate floor, I'm not sure which this is. This might be laminate. Might be wood. I don't know which it is. But what I'm finding, the finishes on all these wood products that you can put in a house in a convenient way, and that's floating it without gluing it to the floor, and they glue to each other,
Right.
or they're locked. They all have aluminum oxide. Now that can't be too healthy, can it? No.
Not very. If it flakes, if it oxidizes.
Well, it's
you're
already
breathing-
oxidized. It's aluminum. It's already aluminum oxide. It's in the finish. And
No, but I mean, when the finish starts oxidizing, it'll powder, and then you'd be breathing that.
so I mean, does that seems like it eliminates all wood? I mean,
Well,
there-
yeah, I have people that just use coconut oil and finish the oil with coconut once a year.
this stuff's already finished.
Yeah. Okay. Then what I did was on the place I just got, it was all plastic carpeting. So I pulled the carpet out and I put stone down.
It seems like stone and tile's the only thing that's healthy.
Stone, that's it. Not even tile, because you've got tile, it's fired.
What's
You've got lead, you've got all kinds of stuff in that.
no, that's no good either.
Can't you get a natural wood?
But what about stone having radon?
You have to have a radon machine there to test and see if you've got, parts that have radon. You don't put those, or put those off in another area where people don't walk and don't live.
What stone did you choose?
Whatever stone you like. Doesn't
Where
matter.
did you get the stone that didn't have any stuff?
You mean no radon?
Yeah.
Well, almost all stone has some radon,
So
or
there's-
marble.
so
You
there's
just have to
nothing
go
that's
through a test. Pardon?
There's nothing that's healthy for floor.
Well, you can go through each part. I mean, you can go through each, let's say, the one I bought was the Venetian style, which means there was one block this big, and then another block this big, and then two squares this big, and then another two sections that were like this. So that was the pattern. So that's all throughout, the house that way. And
Or how thick are
it's all,
like that?
no, it wasn't that thick. About probably this thick. Not very expensive. And I got it at something like 20% discount. Well, she has, what is it,
I can't think of the name of it, but he's got a natural stone there.
Yeah, but that's tight together.
Mhm.
Yeah, tourmaline.
Yeah, it's not-
That's tight together.
no, it's not-
Mine is
No, it's
put grout in between, and then there's larger space in between.
it's another name. It's not
Travertine.
Travertine.
Travertine, that's it, travertine.
And what it has
Tourmaline's
less,
a rock,
it has
a
less,
precious stone.
Yeah.
it has less stuff in it.
Well, it's more like marble. It's a solid finish. It'll show, mine's a rough stone, and I don't seal it. So it never looks dirty, and it's all modeled,
But is it still releasing that?
If there were a section with radon, it would constantly be distributing, but I put all the blocks that were radon in the storage
How
closet.
did you test it?
There's a machine that
Do you have
can
a Geiger
rent.
counter?
Pardon?
Do you have a Geiger counter?
I don't now, but I rented one.
So within the pattern, you could remove those ones that had more.
Yeah, you could, oh, this one's high, you put that one aside and don't use it, or use it in a storage area.
What does it do to you, that stuff that's got the radon in it?
Radon can cause different types of diseases, depending upon your body.
How bad is the lead in
It's not so bad, it's just that if something scrapes the glaze on it, very toxic.
When the tile cracks,
Cracks, or you scrape it,
you're going to release the.
yeah, you're going to release some of the dust from it. I'd rather have rock than I would a fired fired glaze. I'd always rather deal with some natural stone than I would some fired glaze.
So what type of stone did you get?
I forgot the name of it.
spending
I can't remember the name.
Oh, so the rock is better than the wood.
The wood to put in all those. You could possibly get wood that doesn't have it, but it'll be thick stuff, and you've got it's not the convenient floating floor stuff.
I have several people who put wood flooring in, and with no finish on it, not pre-finished.
The floating type? The floating type?
No, they have the tongue room.
Yeah, that's what, I haven't been able to find any that wasn't. that didn't
Go
have-
online.
So it's natural wood.
So when it's unfinished.
No finish, unfinished.
And
Yeah.
so then you're saying you put the
I
coconut
put
cream in
coconut
to
oil.
finish?
Coconut
Oh,
oil.
coconut oil. How often do you have
Yeah,
to do that?
in Philippines, some of the tribes people that live in their little grass huts and stuff, they'll take coconut, grated coconut, and they just work it in and work it in and work it in.
I'll try that. I'll see if I can find something.
But I like the oil. It's easy. Just put it on, let it absorb, and then wipe it.
Just coconut oil. Yeah.
And then how do
You do 2 coats the first time, and then you just do it once a year.
once a year?
What is bamboo flooring?
Bamboo, because they use a lot of glue. There's epoxy in it, not so good.
Well, these floating floors all have engineered wood behind underneath them.
All toxic.
It's all that.
All toxic. Highly toxic. Polymer.
Making it really difficult for me.
Well, your easiest is stone. So easy.
It's not easy to install, especially on floor surfaces that are uneven.
Oh, well,
I mean, you've got and there's some places that I have that have wood floors, and there's nothing even at all on them.
well, what
So
you
sometimes
do,
you're having to
yeah.
put this much cement, and other times this much. And
Yeah, but then you put down green board.
No, it's, yeah, we have to,
And then that levels it.
one time you had to put plywood first and then your cement floor.
No, let it put the plywood
wasn't
down.
using green.
You have to put the plywood.
It wasn't strong.
Pardon?
The floor wasn't strong.
Yeah, but with ordinary people like stone.
But carpet, just everything forgives everything. And you can do anything.
Well,
Go over any
with-
surface with carpet.
Yeah, unless you're using the travertine like here where everything has to bud right together, but I use uneven because mine is on concrete and there are all kinds of different rolls on that floor.
Did you put a spacer throughout between it?
Yeah, just only 1/16 of an inch.
Eight?
No, 16.
That's really
Yeah.
close.
Yep. So I just put, but still, the whole edges were beveled in the one I chose. So it's really rough. So you can't, even though if they were butted up together, they wouldn't be the same height. Since they're open and you've got grout in between, doesn't show, forgives everything.
Does it look okay for people like that don't know how to live that way? Like tenants, right? Would they be able to hang it on?
Oh, mine looks so rich.
Yeah. What did
Very
you
rich.
finish it with?
They didn't finish
You
it.
don't have to finish it.
Which stone did you choose?
I forgot the name of it. It was Venetian pattern, but I forgot the stone. It's called. But it was on the light side, kind of off-white with lots of.
Can that sit around and use that more than just right immediately? Can you use it later in the day or the next day?
You can, but I wouldn't do it over more than 24 hours. What I do is I'm sucking eggs, all day long, so I'll just put a little bit on there and hold the eye down, rub it on the white, hold it up and roll my eye around.
Yeah, I've done some of that. That was a routine I stopped doing, but I need to start doing it again.
Can we talk about some better eggs somewhere?
I'm already getting them.
How can we get them? Without going all the way to Los Angeles?
Somebody's going to have to take a trip up to Los Angeles. You order them and then go up there. Somebody pick up, let's say, 30, 40 dozen. And then I've done it several times.
They have a good supply up there?
But that's the $8. $8
$8 a
That
dozen.
comes straight from animals.
And are the eggs
Where
at
are
the
they
farmer's
coming from?
market okay?
Pennsylvania, Amish farmer.
Amos Miller?
Pardon?
From Amos Miller?
No, Eli Miller, neighbor.
And are they trucked in?
Trucked in.
Yeah.
Same trucking service.
What about the ones at the farmer's market?
None of those are good. This guy doesn't feed any soy. He only feeds them what he grows. So we know how good it is. We know there's no arsenic in it. We know there's no mercury in it.
Can he supply all of Cynthia's stuff? Can this John Reed supply all of the stuff that Cynthia brings down? Like about $1,200 worth of food every season?
Absolutely.
And coconut cream?
They just found somebody who's willing to juice it, so we'll have that soon.
Do you have a machine yet?
Well, they're just going to use a green Star right now. The elite.
Murder,
That's murder. Doing coconut cream that way.
But that's what James did for years until I imported the stuff from Thailand. But that's quite a bill. So.
What is that when you try to do
Expensive.
machine.
the machine? Oh, you mean the...
Talking about $15,000.
Do you think that James' coconut cream is legitimate, or do you think he sometimes freezes it and blah, blah, blah?
Can't freeze. He doesn't have a freezing, nothing to freeze it. I mean, he has a freezer there for ice cream and stuff, but You know, he never puts it in the freezer. That's a small thing that's only for that stuff.
It's just that the coconut cream tastes different times.
It's to a different coconut. Coconut from Costa Rica, from, you know, Nicaragua, from Honduras.
Could he sometimes
He's
add
different.
some of the pulp to the coconut cream?
I told him, when I told him that he should not filter it because we do need some coconut pulp. So I told him not to filter it. You want yours filtered? Filter it.
So the coconut cream that comes from James has also got the pulp in it.
Got some in it.
Some.
Yeah. Because the machine allows some of it to get through. And I asked him not to filter it out. Of course, he liked that because it was easier to do.
Would he sometimes add some of the pulp to the...
No.
No? Because sometimes it feels like there's more pulp in there.
You may have gotten the bottom of the being put into the jars. May have gotten into the bottom of the bucket.
He doesn't put any of the dry stuff back in.
No.
How does he get the pulp in there to start?
It goes
Just
through
like
the
it gets through your juicer when you're juicing your
A
vegetables.
certain amount of it gets
Certain amount of it gets through.
So
okay,
you-
because of the small hole.
Yeah.
So the thing is, though, if it's not mixed in well, there has been times that it feels as if it's just more pulp.
Yeah, you may have gotten one of those
Yeah,
at
so
the
therefore
bottom.
it's not really a balanced coconut cream and pulp.
Yeah, that's those are the two ladies that are making it,
Oh,
that are jarring it.
yeah.
You know, they're not going to stir it every time they go like this.
Well, you would think that that's what they would have to do to make it a uniform.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that.
Yeah, that's
It
why I
has
said
to be
you-
organic.
It takes somebody to be very, very, you know,
conscious.
conscious about it.
Because
Those
there's
people-
sometimes it just tastes so creamy and other tastes more fibrous. So that's what they're doing. I wondered for years now.
But generally, it's pretty good.
It's always good, even with the pulp in it.
I have no complaints about that cookie.
Aajonus has to be has to be organic.
No,
No.
coconut's the only thing that doesn't have to be organic, as far as I'm concerned.
Because it's like covered, protected.
Well, it's got all of this
Yeah.
fiber around the nut, and, you know, quite a bit of fiber, and almost all of that stuff gets locked in the fiber.
Well, they probably don't use pesticides on it anyway.
You know, tarantulas will get up and make a web up in there and keep the inflorescence from being pollinated.
Also, they do use pesticides.
So there's spiders, there, you know, some lizards that will get in there and make nests, do some damage. So they do, depends on where. Except on organic property.
Right, yeah. Yeah. So I know years and years ago, like, 20 odd years ago in Australia, before a lot of Americans were visiting as tourists, coconut was just everywhere, you know. People could go, either climb them or get their big pole and come down. And then, you know, you started to see the local council people going up with their machines and cutting off the fruiting.
Yep.
So there wasn't any more coconut. But you could go and get, like, I used to get 20 coconuts a week. Just, you know,
Yeah. Same way, Bangkok, when I was
Right.
first went to Bangkok and a lot of the larger towns in the Asian countries, you could buy the coconut right on the street.
yeah.
Now you can hardly find it anywhere.
Because
They don't want them.
nipping them. Yeah.
They don't
Because-
want good food in there.
Right. Because also they might fall, you see. If they
Well,
fall,
to hurt people. But I mean, even getting them from somewhere else and bringing them into the city. They don't want the street vendors.
Oh, they don't want the street
They
vendors.
want the street vendors.
Wow. So we're really moving away from natural,
Absolutely, everything's industrial.
and everything's really becoming industrial.
I mean, it's just 6 years was the first time that I went there, 7 years ago. And the difference between that, in that 7 years is the astounding. More metropolitan.
In Bangkok.
Yeah. Well, all over
All
the
over
big
it,
cities
yeah.
in Thailand. I mean, I've been Chiang Mai, Chonburi.
Well, Chiang Mai used to be just like a little village, a mountainous village.
3 million people in that city now.
Well, I'm talking about,
13 million,
30
10
years
million
ago.
in Bangkok.
yeah, so much has happened.
Yeah. Growing so fast.
Yeah.
And then nobody's on the farms anymore. They don't have anybody who works the farm. Kids don't want to go work the farm. No money in it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Well, the thing is that, they use the same plan that we have here. You have these big companies which buy up the food for almost no money and then charge a fortune and distribute it all around. And the farmer doesn't make any money. So nobody wants to be a farmer. But I know how sky high food is going to be, so I own 2 farms now. And I'm not giving it to any distributor. I'll sell it right to the people. It's like at farmers markets and stuff like that.
Will they allow farmers market?
Pardon?
Will they allow farmers market?
Well, when people are so hungry and poor, you're not going to be able to stop that. Just won't be able to take it into the big cities, just go on the outskirts.
What do you grow?
Well, in Thailand right now, I just have coconuts and the papaya and rice. The rice, I already bought it was already rice, so I'm converting the rice paddies slowly into other foods. And also I took 2 of the rice fields out and have a pasture area now for animals. So I have 3 cows and a horse. And I bought those just the day before I left.
Any chickens?
Not yet. I will get them 3-4 weeks when I go.
Why a horse?
Pardon?
Why a horse?
To get around the property.
Oh, cool.
It's 34 acres, so it's not small, but I would need to get around, and I don't want to take my 4-wheel drive everywhere.
Or your bicycle?
Well, I got no paved roads. So,
Wow.
with it raining, that bicycle would go right into the mud.
That's so sweet.
The horse is nice.
You got cows, huh? 3 cows.
Yeah, 3 cows. And
Nothing like fresh cow.
in the Philippines, I have coconuts, jackfruit, cashews, and mangoes.
What's cashews good for?
They're a good starch. They'll pull out toxins out of the body, make it into a nut formula. But they just cleared 10 acres for animals. So I was fencing that in the next month, finishing my house there in the next month. So
Why jackfruit?
jackfruit is very fatty.
But this is change you out of that place.
No, the one in Thailand.
Oh, this is in the Philippines?
No. The one I'm just talking about is Philippines. The other one with the cows and stuff, that one's Thailand.
Right.
Where they're trying to take 2/3 of my land.
Yeah, that's what you told me before.
So jackfruit is really sweet.
It depends. It's a very fatty fruit.
You can eat it when it's not so sweet and it's more,
Yeah.
and it's really meaty.
Yeah. It's all meaty, no matter if it's sweet or not. It's just that you can, a lot of times it'll get fermenty sweet,
Yeah.
and it's too much alcohol in it.
Well, so you have it when it's not so ripe, it's more fat in it. What was the other one?
Cashews, jackfruit, mangoes, and,
Mango.
and coconut. And I'm going to plant a lot of durian in both of them.
Oh, you like durian?
I love durian. Stink like hell,
It
but I love
does
it.
stink. What's good about the durian?
Fat, high
Fat.
fat.
And the mango's good for
Mango's good for
building.
cleaning the body, but you eat them green. I didn't, those were already growing.
That was an angle question. That was actually one of the questions that you asked it. It was how, so I figured out, you go over and I have a question about mangoes.
Uh-huh.
I made that mango kiwi formula, and I ate it as soon as I ate, like kind of slowed up. This was 3 days ago, now I've got all these sores, and it's like, in my nose and brain, I don't know what I'm detoxing something, but what is it detox?
It detoxes the chemicals.
Formaldehyde?
Formaldehyde, it can detox any chemical. It's a solvent extractor. Could be, Novocaine gas, xylocaine gas.
Oh, I think it's so solvent.
So, all that stores all around in here.
And then like when you start...
And you were a dental assistant, so.
I get it. So then the other question is like, whenever I go through a detox, like then I sleep at night and I woke up and I was like, oh yeah, this is connected because I had my tonsils out when I was 5, and then they try to burn my tonsils out and they go back and put these chemicals in my throat. So whenever I get anything in my mouth, my whole throat goes shut and then it feels like all that stuff keeps... How long does that take? I mean,
40 years.
Because it seems like, you would think it would come out of the cells, but where is it buried actually?
It's buried in the tissues and the bones, everywhere, in every cell.
So when you get stuff in your throat and your nose, the sinus, you got...
It's dumping out through the mucous membrane.
Yeah, it's getting in the skull too, and then it comes out like the glandular system. And so when you get a reaction...
If you put hot water bottles at your neck at night and cover, like this area with a towel, so you can still breathe through your nose, you'll cause yourself to perspire it out through the skin quicker without causing to go out the throat. Because right now it's not getting out your skin very easily. It needs to melt down, so it goes out of your tongue and your throat.
How do you put those hot water bottles around you?
Hang on, just put them on the side, and then you tint the heat in with a towel or a shawl or something like that.
But then when I temper the detox until I really think that was my main symptom. All these glands swell that go down my tongue, I couldn't swallow, it's so dry. So, like if I took that formula, I only had a little bit, and it's just gone. So then do I just, what do you do? Do you just say, okay, live through that? Do you temper it a little with the cream, or do you just say...
No, you just have to live through it. I mean, it's got cream in it already.
Yeah, but I stopped it, and then I said, well, I don't think I can handle it anymore.
Well, just drink as much as if you can only drink 2 ounces, then only drink 2 ounces.
And then as you're going through it, and your tissues...
Just do it. I would, if you had that kind of reaction, I'd do it before you went to sleep and then have the hot water bottle. Unless you could take a nap after having it. Just so you can perspire it out.
What if you want to slow the detox a little bit?
Pardon?
What if you want to slow the detox a little bit?
Then you just use less an ounce.
Okay.
Of course, that's a hell of a way, to make it.
Then the cream after, wouldn't that slow it too? To be more like, just to soothe the membrane? What do you, well, I guess that's the question. What do you do to soothe the membrane? Like egg is drying, I think.
No, butter is always the best, yeah.
So you have to live through those. And then once the body decides certain times, one time I took the formula enough, and the next time you take it, it's like,
Your body may have used it somewhere else in the
else.
system, not in your,
Yeah.
in your skull and throat.
And then as far as like the other question is in winter, I seem to get those things. Sitting when I was born as a child, when I was having sore throat. What is it about the winter that seems to instigate all this?
Well, when your body is in high temperature, it heals better. When it's cold, it detoxifies quicker and better.
When it's cold, it detoxifies more? Why is that? It's the worst.
Because the body can dump the poisons without as much swelling.
Oh, when it's warm? Not when it's cold. So then it kind of just hangs out.
When the body's cold, it detoxes more. And there are fewer symptoms. When you have swelling, you feel things more. Especially if you're not perspiring. People perspired properly and they weren't eating all that hydrogenated vegetable oil plastic, then they would probably have the same kind of detoxes all year round. But here, in the winter, your body cleans the fats out of the body. It has to get rid of the old fats, especially if they're highly toxic. Plus, it has to change over the fat in the system.
Now, for this detox, and this is because I just had this experience. So I went to like Wonder Springs. I had stayed at another motel. And you know, as soon as I walk in the room, I can smell they use cleaning chemical. And then I take the mango thing, and then I'm going through detox. And I'm in the room with it thinking, well, here I am trying to detox chemicals, but I've got some
Do you know the hotels you go to ahead of time?
Well, at Wonder Springs I do, but they've been cleaning those, you know.
Yeah, but I call them ahead of time and I said, don't clean it for the whole day. Don't let anybody clean in there with any kind of compound.
Yeah.
You can use a vacuum cleaner, you can use a rag and water, you can use even vinegar and water, but that's as toxic as you can go. I don't want any Clorox in there, no chlorine of any kind. And they always take care of it. And I travel all over the world.
And they do that for you?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
They will not clean that day with chemicals.
Yeah, because I always tell them, don't come on there.
One time in Bangkok, they did it. I got there and I said, can't handle this room. I told you not to do it. So they had to take me to 5 different rooms. They had to take me to an executive suite that hadn't been cleaned because it was, you know, a very high-priced room, and nobody had rented the high-priced rooms, so I got a high-priced room.
Ah. And then the white vinegar, did you use white vinegar or anything?
I don't care what
You don't
kind
care.
you use for
Does that break
vinegar.
up some of the chemicals?
I won't clean with white vinegar because it's distilled vinegar.
Right. But if they do, it dissipates before you
It
get
dissipates
there.
within probably 20 minutes.
And is there something you can use to break up the chemical if there is in your room? Nothing. It's just going to linger.
It's going to outgas in there until it's outgassed.
How long does
Until you get enough oxygen in there. So I always pick a hotel that has a window that opens.
Right, that's what they do. I
If
do have
there's no window
windows.
that opens, I don't go to that hotel.
Yeah.
Does apple cider vinegar clean just as good as white vinegar?
I think better.
Which
It
one?
leaves a film though,
Yeah.
because there's a slight bit of oil in it. You know, white vinegar has no
For
oil.
on windows too?
Well, if you do it with windows, you're going to get a film unless you clean it. Probably.
That's why you're better off with white vinegar.
I don't use white vinegar in my house.
How do you clean your windows?
I'll use BioClean. BioClean
Just a few drops.
water and a squeegee.
Yeah. So the last part of that is when you're breathing, say you are breathing stuff in and you're detoxing, the new stuff coming in, does that go out really rapidly if you're detoxing? I mean, you should take, or does it go in with the
Goes in,
crowd?
does its damage, and then will have to be put into a cycle to be. Yeah, do it.
So if you have body fat though, or you're drinking cream, is there likelihood that what you're inhaling is going to go on
What you inhale is going to go in. Your body has to isolate it, separate it, use the fat.
Before it will,
Has to go through all that, yeah. But at least you'll have the fat to bind with it.
right.
Otherwise, it's going to go into the cell. Nowhere else to put it.
So it goes into your bloodstream first, pretty much?
Depends.
Lungs?
Not all. I mean, if it, let's say, inhale it, some of it's going to go into the tissue, into the nerve fluid. It's going to go into the lymphatic fluid or the blood fluid,
Right, you'll get this-
or into the lung tissue itself.
So the best prevention is to have fat on your body.
All over your body. To be well protected. Well, like I say, whenever I order online, I make the reservation. I always put in there, I always put it backside of the hotel off the street.
Right.
I don't care if it's an alley. I'm off of the main street. I want the back and a window that opens and no chemical cleansers. None. Use water and vinegar maybe, but that's it.
And power lines don't bother you in an alley?
Not a lot of
Sometimes-
cities
sometimes
have. I haven't run into it around hotels.
No.
I haven't seen any big electrical units around the hotel in the back.
And then you think there's sheets.
Pardon?
Even though you take
Oh,
your
yes, I do
sheets,
take
you're
my
not
sheets,
single
my
about
organic
that.
cotton sheet.
I used to buy that.
Where do you buy that
What?
organic cotton sheet?
What is it? Gaiam. Gaiam.com. Gaiam. Gaiam.com.
You can get some locally too at echobaby.com here in San Diego.
G-A-I.
Gaiam.
What was your combination again? Kiwi, mango, and cream?
Yeah, what was that?
Well, there's a lot more ingredients in it than that.
Honey, cream, butter.
There's
coconut.
lime.
I forgot the one.
Pardon?
I forgot the one.
We use lemon or lime. Anyway, it's a little bit of mango, a little bit of kiwi, honey, coconut cream, dairy cream, a little bit of lime, a little bit of lemon, and you blend that all together and then pour that into sparkling mineral water.
Oh, into mineral water? Okay,
There you go.
see, but I was trying to do it because I was out, I thought, oh, I'm getting around some chemicals, so maybe I should take some of this.
Yeah, but see, with the naturally sparkling mineral water, you have a hydrogen peroxide effect, natural hydrogen peroxide, which bleaches and breaks down toxins, neutralizes, separates them so they aren't so toxic. So that's why if you put it in the 2.5 ounces of sparkling mineral water, it would be a lot
I was
better.
drinking mineral water separate, but it felt like it was salty.
Yeah, it will help, but you're
Just
supposed to
wanted
pour it into the
pour it in
sparkling.
and mix it.
Yeah.
You can taste it, I have some.
It's delicious, but
That's actually
very
good. I was
toxic.
kind of upset because like I found something I liked and then it's like 15
couldn't meet much out of it.
What is that recipe for?
Getting rid of toxic solvents out of the body. Formaldehyde, gasoline, antifreeze, alcohol, anything gotten into your body.
All of the above.
All of the above, absolutely.
That kind of cauterizes your cells when it comes out and you're all raw.
Pardon?
You know, when you're all raw. See, that's why you can't hear me because my tongue's like swollen. When you're kind of raw, you know, you've got the ulcerations.
This room echoes.
It does.
This room
It's still
echoes.
cleaning, sorry. I'm supposed to do that first. So what do you do with your tissue is internal and it's cauterized. You don't worry about wound healing. Like on the outside, you're putting stuff.
Yeah.
On the inside, I thought about putting that olive oil, like you said, put in your gums, or is there anything you should put to kind of...
No, olive oil or any of your pressed oils is a puller. Helps pull the toxins out. But if you want to protect your skin on the inside, your mucous membranes and tongue, butter is the only thing that's going to
Butter.
really
That
protect.
would soothe it too.
Yeah.
And then what's the
Cream will do that too.
What's the dryness come from? Is it sucking up all your fat? Or you
Yeah, anytime you have toxin, like you say, let's say you have a toxin of mercury that was in a nerve, and all of a sudden it's coming out of your gum. Your body has to use 50 to 200 molecules of fat to harness that one molecule of mercury. So you're all of a sudden you go dry.
Right.
And you look at people and you say, where do they go dry first? They start wrinkling in the face. Because the brain is 60 to 80% fat. So that's where a lot of toxins go. And when the brain detoxifies, where does it detoxify? Tongue, gums, and salivary glands. Look at that.
Who knows? That's the kiwi lime, kiwi mango thing.
Is that why you get what people get dry skin
Yep.
on the face?
That's why it goes in the face first, the neck.
It's toxins.
Toxins leaving the brain, ripping all the fat. So they're fat deficient in the whole face.
So if you put that primal cream.
Primal well, that's for detoxing and nourishing the skin. If you really want to nourish it and get rid of wrinkles and stuff like that, just put bone marrow or bone marrow and butter. time is it?
Don't know.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. We'll do another 15 minutes.
Sure.
Do you have another question, Joe?
Yeah. Why does having too much cream cause osteoporosis?
Any kind of see, when your body utilizes fat in the body, it needs a certain amount of protein to utilize it. Also needs a certain amount of minerals. It's very mineral deficient, and it causes a lot of need for minerals. So, if you're eating a lot of cream, it's difficult to digest already, and you've got a mineral deficiency, or you're not keeping up with eating enough cheese, then you're going to have a mineral deficiency. But you'll do that by overeating any kind of oil or any kind of fat.
Even avocado.
Even avocado.
If you eat too much avocado, you can also create osteoporosis.
Correct. First, usually with avocado, your teeth will go first.
How do you mean your teeth will go first?
You'll start demineralizing your teeth.
Oh,
Instead of
demineralizing
bone.
teeth.
Yeah, and then it'll go to the bone after that.
So is cheese the only thing that's bringing in back minerals?
Well, raw unsalted cheese will not. You have raw cheese with some honey, you will digest the minerals.
Is there any other food to help with putting in minerals? Other than
Milk.
cheese? No.
Milk.
No. Milk's got a lot of minerals in it.
Tons of minerals in it. Most concentrated minerals of any food.
So if you're putting the
Except bone, but we can't digest
but
much
if you're
bone.
putting the cream with the milk, it's a good balance, right?
Depends on how much cream you put in.
Okay. So how much cream can you put in with the milk?
Depends upon the quality of nutrients that animal's getting and how much minerals are in the feed, in the grass that they're eating. Depending upon that. Let's say they're eating all young grass. If they're eating all young grass and not old grass, it's going to be very mineral deficient. Just like wheatgrass, very mineral deficient.
So then you're looking at different seasons.
Well, usually when you're taking a cow and you're pasturing them, you put them in the tall grasses and let them eat down. You don't put them in the young grass. You let your grasses get tall, at least up to, waist level. But my Amish farmers wait until it's shoulder head tall. Lots of concentrated minerals in there.
So then you're safe to sort of say...
Just think about this. As the plant gets taller, it needs to be firmer and sturdier. So it's just like a building. You need more and more structure the taller it gets. Firm, rigid frames. And the plant will be the same thing. If it has the same mineral concentration as when it's young, the wind will just knock it over. Just gravity will push it over. So it gets firmer in minerals as it grows. So of course, as the animal's eating the more mature grasses, it gets more minerals.
Can you talk about eating oysters?
Oysters are the only shellfish I know that don't allow any of the toxins to settle into the meat. The mercury, the other metals, the toxins that are in the ocean and in fresh water. The oysters build it all into their shell. Clams, scallops, none of the others do it.
The toxins go in the shell.
All into the shell. So when you eat the meat of an oyster, you'll never get any toxin that will just pass through you like it happens with the others. The oyster has the ability, because it can do that, help detoxify metals out of the human body faster, and I mean like 5 times faster, with very few symptoms.
That's live oysters.
Pardon?
That is live oysters.
Not even live oysters. I've had people buy them in the jar that are 5 days old, and it works. I didn't think it would, but it did.
You mean cooked oysters?
No, not cooked.
What jar? Like raw oysters in a jar?
Yeah, you can go to a store and you can buy them already shelled in a jar.
Will the new laws still allow that?
Pardon?
Will the new laws still allow it? I remember reading in S10, they have a section on oysters, and they want further processing for raw oysters.
Yeah.
What is the further processing?
Well, the further processing would be spraying in one of those new viruses on it, one of the 6 viruses the FDA approved. And virus is nothing but a chemical solvent, so it's a chemical toxin. But if you can go to a place that does their own jarring, like Santa Monica Seafood Market, or a seafood place that does their own shucking, it's
Okay,
fine.
so you're saying that even those oysters that are being shelled and put in a jar, they're really good for detoxing heavy metals?
Any kind of metal.
Any metal?
Yeah, any kind of metal.
The oyster.
And there's nothing. The way I first discovered it was every time I would eat a lot of oysters, because when I go to Asia, I eat a lot of oysters. And now the price is so high, they're even more expensive over there than here now. But when I was going over there first, I noticed that the metal that showed up in my iris was remarkably less every time I went through a long period of eating a lot of oysters. So I had one woman who was born and raised in the heart of London, and there are 4 airports. So you got 4 airports dumping their benzene all over the place, over London. And she looked like a lathe operator. She had so much metal in her system. She was chronically fatigued, fibromyalgia, emotionally distraught, imbalanced, couldn't stay on and off the diet. Nothing was satisfying. So after about 2 years of all that mess, I said, listen, you need to do something radical. So give this a try. She wouldn't eat the high meat. But high meat was really not her problem. She needed to remove the metals. So I said, take a half a cup of red meat. Ground would be better because I don't want you to spend a lot of time on digestion. And eat 3 oysters twice daily, 6 days a week. And then on the 7th day, eat, chicken or whatever you want, with that beef, or eat no beef and just eat chicken and some other kind of fish, some other kind of seafood. So she did that solidly, religiously for a year. And when she came back, usually what it takes people 3 to 5 years metal to remove, she removed in that 1 year. It changed her whole life. She became happy. She was solid. She could have a relationship. She was emotionally moody. Pardon?
What did she eat with the oysters as fat?
I said she had the half a cup of red meat, and then the 3 oysters, and of course at least a tablespoon of butter.
Wow.
Can you drink the liquid when you chuck them yourself? Is that a good idea?
Absolutely.
That's not seawater.
Well, it is, but the oyster has sucked it up through the back end and has filtered out most of that sodium. And like I said, it's filtered out everything. So even the metals that it absorbs, when it eats that water, builds it into the shell.
So that would be good to drink?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's drinking it.
If you get headaches, then it wouldn't.
No, I ended up getting some incredibly large
Oh, the large ones,
from
yeah.
Baja. They were like, the meat inside was maybe like 5 or 6 times what you would get in the
Just
small
make
one.
sure they're not on the Gulf side of the Baja.
I don't know that.
You have to ask for the Pacific side.
I can
No.
imagine that it would be on.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Good idea.
If they are on the Gulf, don't eat those now. Well, we had that oil spill in the Gulf, contaminated all the Gulf. Even all the way on the outside, all that stuff went all the way up as high as Georgia. Some people are claiming it even went above Savannah into the Carolinas.
What is the head, like you said, the headache with the oyster?
If it causes too much sodium out of the brain, to detox out of the brain, then you might want to not drink the water, the liquid from the oysters.
Because that water will detox the sodium.
Can detox the sodium pretty heavily.
What's the water from the oyster to do them?
Well, there's a lot of sodium in that water, a lot of mineral content.
So what is it detox?
Sodium from the brain. In some people, sometimes.
Well, that would be good.
Yeah, but if you can deal with the headaches,
Okay.
there are easier ways to detoxify slower.
Yeah.
But some people are so toxic that they have to detox with headaches.
So if you do get those headaches, what's a good way to detox?
Oranges.
Like I said, the headache formulas in the book, which are mainly lemon and honey and water, sparkling mineral water. But some people need cream with it. It just depends.
Myself, I did good luck with oranges.
Pardon?
I've had good luck with oranges. You had oranges.
Yeah, some people do better with orange than lemon. Just depends upon the individual. And that's what you have to test. That's why I give 4 remedies for headaches. So you have to find the one that works for you. And at different times, they could be different kinds of headaches.
Right.
So,
In your books, do you have information where to buy the food?
no, that's so changeable. So I've got a product list that is $15. It has the products in there.
And it's in the website, or how do you?
You can get it on the website, or you can, at the back of the book, there's a form. You can fill it out and send it in.
That would be the hardest thing, is finding food sources within your area.
Yeah. But with that list, it makes it very easy.
The first step for me is to read your book, yeah?
Pardon?
The first step for me is to read your book?
Yes. At least the first book. I suggest you read both of them.
And then if I want to contact you,
Then you contact me. Now, I'm going away the 17th of January, so until June.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, so you
Well, actually, I'm going to be finished doing what I need to do by mid-April, but then I have to go to South Africa to do a conference and do 2 workshops, one in Cape Town and one in Johannesburg. And then when I return here, 2 days after I return, I have to go to Philadelphia and then Chicago, and then I'm on tour here. So I'll have maybe 2-3 days here and there throughout the month
but
of
you
June.
don't see patients separately, that they can have like a private patient, or you have to go, we have to all be like through the books.
No, you can come for a private consult, but I'm saying I'm only going to be available here until the 17th.
But the private consult, do we drive to LA, or you have them someplace here in San Diego?
Well, I did mine today, so when I come to the potlucks, I do them when I'm here. So the next time will be in June when I'm here.
There was an email that was sent something about April, having another one here in April. No, that was a typo, because it was for today's, and then he didn't change the bottom part that said April. Yeah.
Did I do that?
You did that.
Oh, no.
That was so confusing. I thought, is he cancelling January's and coming in April, or is he coming in April as
I
well?
didn't even see that. Oh, my God.
So
So you sent that. Okay. I was completely thrown off. Now, is he cancelling January for April, or is it January and April so soon? Remember I asked you that?
Yeah, you mentioned it, and I'm glad I missed it.
Oh,
I missed it too, Joe.
oh well. I suppose I had to get into the confusion.
Quick question. I just met with John Reed on Thursday.
Uh-huh.
Bought boatload of eggs from him. I was telling Joe from you that they're right on, but I didn't know where the eggs came from. I know they didn't come from him at Miller, but I didn't know where the eggs.
Eli Miller, a neighbor. Yeah.
They just have the same name.
Yeah, there's a lot of Amish people who have the name Miller.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you have a website for that, John Reed?
Raw, R-A, healthy foods.com. Now, as of the 15th, there will be a place in Santa Monica at 27th and the freeway, 10 freeway, in that Arco station there. On the south side of that station is a lot of paved area. So he's renting that every Saturday so people can come closer so they don't have to go all the way to Tonga.
Where? Santa Monica?
Yeah, in Santa Monica at 27th, Cloverfield and the freeway.
That's on Saturday.
It'll be on Saturday. Yeah.
So is it going to be sort of like the deal with Rawson? So you order it a week ahead of time, so you get the contact, and then order it a week ahead of time. And then
Correct.
What's the deal now down here, Joe? We were going to go to the co-op, but are we ordering, who are we ordering from?
yeah, you're going to establish something with John and skip out.
You know what I mean? Cynthia's leaving and you're going to run the co-op.
Yeah,
So who are we ordering from?
me,
No, I mean, are we ordering from,
we're ordering from James.
so I'm going to switch?
She hasn't switched. She hasn't switched.
Well, if you want to switch, switch.
Well, it's her
we do want
business,
it.
not
It's
mine.
It's her business.
It's
That's the
Cynthia's
problem.
business. I'm just running it for while she's in
And
India.
I called her the other day to ask her about it, and she just said, now's not a good time to talk to me about it. So I don't know if she was avoiding it, but...
No, all of us would like to change. She's not changing.
And I think it's just because...
Well, you guys have to say what you want.
I know, we do. We
Yeah.
should.
So why do you think she's not changing?
Lazy.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's just too hard for her to change because it means she has to
Well, no, I
change.
mean, I mean, no disrespect, but I mean, part of the thing without me getting fired up, which is the whole part about, and I've said this to her several times, and then getting a little clear about it, is Asha's put out all the reasons why the whole situation with him and Sally without going into it.
Yeah,
Sure.
So she throws her 2 cents into it, going, oh, it's not that bad, I don't believe it, I'm not going to. And so the answer to it is you have to stand at this group and say, you know what, if you want to order from James, fine.
Yeah,
But the
but
rest
still,
of us are going to go with John, but then we have to have somebody in place that's willing to take over that position because she's not going to be willing to. So whether it's Joe or somebody else, they have to say, okay, I'll be the one that will coordinate the ordering with John, and when Cynthia has no one to order it from, then everybody will be coming to that new
Right.
person.
Well, I'm supporting the new person because that's the whole point of you getting it together. So that we, if we're not supporting the new person, then it's kind of like, I don't want to work. I'm going to leave
Well,
it to LA.
You know, when I talked to him on Thursday, I went up to
James
LA
at this point.
on Thursday,
With everything
you know,
going on.
and I asked him, I said, how's it going? And he basically said, I'm struggling. I'm having a hard time.
And this
John
guy,
Reed.
set up so that
He's
he
having a
doesn't
hard
have to
time
get the
because
raw
nobody's
days,
supporting him.
so to speak.
Well, he's way over to Tonga.
he what?
He's way over to Tonga. He's near Pasadena. There's not that many people out there on the diet. So he's going to struggle. And I told him he's going to struggle. I said, you need to get a place in Santa Monica. And he realized he had to. As soon as I put it out on my email to 5,000 people, he's going to be inundated. Because the people don't want to go to James. I have people emailing me every week, when is the other place going to open? When's the other place going to open? Some people will rather go to Whole Foods than go to James
Right.
because of what they did and
Yeah.
experienced
That's true.
with bad eggs and chicken for 2 years, poison for 2 years at high prices.
Yeah.
You know, I'm suing him. The suit gets filed on Tuesday, if not Monday.
Well,
As
yeah.
far as the co-op things, there's not that many of us. Can we order direct from payments, just small things we get, rather than pay a driver $100 to go up there? No,
Well, the thing
You're
is,
going to have, if you have them ship it out, it's going to cost you a lot more.
yeah.
more money. than if
You
we drove
can't-
up there and did the $100 plus
Yeah.
the markup. And
We need another. If Cynthia's not going to do it, if I had a little place, I'd do it. But I don't have anything.
so what do you want to do, Joe? Do you want to do it, James?
No.
I want to be assured that I'll be able to get coconut cream.
Well, they're going to have that after next week.
After next week.
This one woman emailed and said, gung ho, no, man, Sean.
Did they have a warm room to be able to do this in?
It's in her home,
Oh, is she doing it with the green stuff?
Green Star, yeah.
Oh, I think we're talking about the trail. I think like Aajonus has put so much energy into it. James capitalized it, I feel it's kind of like, well, why did we want to negotiate with that?
Yeah. I mean,
This is what we're talking
I-
about in the news.
Right.
I think
Strong words, and it's like, well, then we're going to go, because somebody else doesn't want it. It's like,
no. The first thing Cynthia should have done was said, "I'm done."
yeah, it's kind of a boundary. When
She
I'm
really should have, with everything that she's doing.
No, I told her, I said, until we have something else going, shop at his place, just don't buy the eggs and the chicken.
Okay. Oh, so
I
you
told everybody,
her.
continue to shop there, just don't buy the eggs and the chicken. But some people are so furious that they
Oh,
won't
so
even shop
that's
there
why
at all.
Cynthia's going along with it, because, what she got from Aajonus was that, but she's still ordering, people are still
Then we
ordering
can't get
chicken and eggs.
But then we can't.
No, she's still getting eggs from James
Right.
for people,
Well,
Right.
that's not good.
so...
Well, I doubt if there'll be anybody ordering after that last email that you put out with the website.
Yeah,
Anybody that goes to
good?
that website won't be ordering eggs.
yeah, that's for sure.
But somebody
You
wrote
mean
an
the
email that
pictures?
said they
Yeah.
were questioning why, they said
That
they
was
got
just
back
recent.
tests that showed everything was okay, and they were asking why you were against them.
There was some of the BS between.
I mean, I don't know who
Well,
these
the
people, I don't know who
thing
these
Ibrahim.
people are.
Yeah, he was defending them.
know.
and
Based
saying
on
that,
emotional
you know,
relationships, not
Yeah.
on truth.
Okay.
A codependency.
Anyway, I sent him an email and I said, you have 10 days to retract this or you go on the lawsuit too, because you just committed libel.
Right.
You know why. The website is there. The test that, and I said to him, I said, I had no test done because I'm a interested party in this. I'm not an independent party. These tests were done by these other people and they're all on the website, not by me. And you said that this other woman was getting the test done by me and talked to the laboratory. Complete fabrication and lie. I didn't have any done independently with me. I had other people do them.
Well, I didn't believe him on any of the stuff he said, but I just...
Well, it goes to show,
Chicken you can buy
people sort of say, like Cynthia sort of saying, well, first of all, Aajonus is telling me, still
No,
stay
no,
with James, but just don't get the eggs and
Just same
chicken.
toxic
But
stuff.
she's sort of like stretching it. Well, I'm still going to get from James.
Organic, anytime
Okay,
you have
all
organic
of it.
chicken, it's going to be all soy.
So she's not telling the
co-op.
people.
Right.
Yeah, but she's not telling the people. She should have stood up saying, I will not. She should have put an email out to everyone that was wanting food saying, this has happened. I'm going to still order everything except for the chicken and eggs.
Well, the problem now is we don't want to have to order because the rest of us want eggs. So it's almost.
No, but you're saying that after this other place sets up, we should go with them.
Yeah, that's what I'm suggesting.
So you're
that you
telling
do.
Cynthia that, right?
Well, Cynthia, is she still around? I thought she was
She's here for a
leaving.
couple of weeks or 14.
She's still around. So if you make it clear to her because it seems that she's allowing herself to be influenced and then she's stretching it to also suit herself. So if you say to her, okay, now that this other place is setting up and everyone's wanting, let's just switch over.
Well, she knows she got the email. I said, don't buy the chicken and the egg.
Well, no, but she's stretching it. She's sort of saying, in her mind, she's saying, Aajonus said it's still okay to order.
No, I did not.
But
In that
that's
email,
how she's stretching it.
I don't care if she's stretching it or not. That's not logical. I said, do not buy the chicken and the eggs, period.
She's allowing people to order the chicken and the eggs.
That doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No, that's her choice. I warned her. If she's no better than James if she's
That's
doing
exactly
that.
my point. So that means she's misleading people saying, oh, it's okay. So she's telling people the
She
chicken
has a
and...
huge mailing list of yours
She's...
that she gets from every potluck, and those people are getting conflictual information. So I think that's what she's trying to say. At some point, we could just say, this is what we're doing, and make it clear. Then all those people that are getting it don't hear you, or don't even get that email. She floods emails out.
Yeah.
Are being misinformed.
She's just sending
And so
everything
then we
out.
have to say, we need to change that, and say, this is who we're supporting,
Right.
this is who Aajonus is supporting.
She's not willing to make that decision about the
She
chicken and
wants
the
to be in
eggs.
the middle, not
Although
make
she
it-
Well, then
knows
I won't do any more potlucks at
We
her
didn't
place.
point it there anyway, but the point is.
No,
No, that is the point. If she's doing that,
No, but
I'm not going to support
No, you're
her.
not understanding.
Right, well, that's
She's
fine.
allowing herself to sort of say, I'm doing everything as is. Everybody else make the decision, and she's not wanting to make the decision, although she knows.
I mean, the times I've been over there, and I know Joe's been sitting across the way, she has blatantly said, outlandishly, she has said, I don't believe Aajonus,
She
and
has
the eggs
said
aren't
that.
that bad, the situation is
Okay,
that
well,
bad.
then-
She's made that statement?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. She, when I sat there with Joe campaigning, she sits there,
She's not
she
getting
says,
involved.
right, she says, I don't want to get in the middle of it,
Yeah, that's
the whole thing-
basically, in her mind, she's saying, I don't want to get in the middle of it, but then she's taking sides. She's basically saying, I don't believe Aajonus. So that means she doesn't want to take responsibility to make the decision to say, I'm done with James. That's
Well, that's really sad because James has come up with no evidence.
Right.
No evidence. I've said all you have to do is show us the receipts for the feed and the receipts for the chicks. That's all you have to do. They won't give up not a one. They should give no evidence. We've given all of the pictures, the photographs, the logic behind everything, how many chickens she has, how many she was selling per week, how many eggs she had produced from a few chickens, getting no chicks, and then all the laboratory tests. All evidence.
Of course, and she doesn't go that direction.
she doesn't want to take that responsibility.
She doesn't want to make that statement.
Well,
She
no,
doesn't-
she just blatantly says her comment, blatantly again, is all she says is that the situation isn't what Aajonus depicts, and the situation
Because
isn't
it's
that
easier
bad.
for her to say that rather than her having to make the decision to do
Well,
what she
I'm not going to ever do a potluck at her place again.
Well, then the second
Oh,
thing
sure.
that needs to happen is all those people that aren't here today and are still getting these emails from her need to get emails that says San Diego is ordering from.
Well, as soon as they get word that I'm not doing it with her anymore and
No,
with her,
No, they don't know
Well,
that. They
well,
have no
first
clue.
of all,
they will find that
First-
slowly but surely. They're going to discover it.
Firstly, Aajonus, is there any way that you can say, Cynthia, are you actually not wanting to believe that this is happening?
Well, she's already, we know it.
No,
I don't have to ask
Well,
her.
no, I want you to speak to her. Why can't you speak to us and say, okay, I gave you the information that for now it's still okay to order through her?
Listen, if she looks at that website and can't make a rational decision on that,
Yeah,
and then she tells me,
I'm believing she can't make that rational
okay,
decision.
I don't give a shit. Don't push me to do anything, okay? This woman is not being rational. And if she's attacking me by not being rational, when I pull all this information out, she has a problem.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be associated with her.
Well, what about if she's confused?
Her idea,
That's not confusion.
her ideas earlier were before she saw your website.
No, because I spoke to her on New Year's and I said, now what about, did you see the email about the, it was proven that there's stuff in the egg, so what are we going to do about the co-op now? She's like,
Well,
That's it. It's a lot
then
easier
she
for
didn't
her to
attack.
say that.
Okay.
She just doesn't
It's
like
different.
the egg size.
That's what I'm
But
trying
I
to
said
say.
it's not a spiritual issue.
She
But
doesn't want to make, she's not really grounded enough to sort of say, I don't really want to make that decision, so she slips out, I don't believe it. She's not really meaning that. She's not owning that. So if you directly say, Cynthia, are you okay? Because this is a truth. And all these people that have been doing it for so long, trusting you, are all of a sudden wanting you to change over now that this is other places available. Do you want to do that? Because if you don't, then we won't have anything more to do. You stay with what you're doing, get the people that you want, because we've decided not to. And I think it has to come from her, otherwise she gets too easily influenced.
Well, you know, as far as I'm concerned, my email was very obvious. If she has the same nature of James, nothing I can do about it.
No, it's not. I agree with you.
more
But I-
Deanie spiritual.
But I really think it's...
Pardon?
I really,
more Deanie spiritual bullshit.
I really think
Don't
that.
take a stand because I'd rather just stay in the middle.
Yeah. She'd rather deny.
Because I would have other things going on that are more important to me.
Yeah.
I just said, oh, I have to go one order from here.
Yeah.
So we went and played for
Well, but I still agree with you. My thought.
No, but it's true
Without
what...
making this a confrontation, my thing would be, like you said, I don't want to have any more problems.
No, it's...
And people will slowly get the idea. Because if nothing else, they'll say, well, why isn't Cynthia housing it?
But who's
Why
going to
is
place the order?
No,
All
but
these people are going to get things
Well, I
ordered
would
online.
place the order, but I have no place. And I really believe that Cynthia's doing this whole spiritual thing.
What you do in a group process, which is all of us get together and we decided that we don't want to order from that.
Colorado.
She wants to come here?
Okay, well, you know what? I will speak to Cynthia. If she doesn't want to switch,
Well,
then...
somebody just do it.
And you know what? If it comes to it, you know, I might even be able to, you know, that little place. I put that carpet, put that top. I don't know. Yeah, I might do it then. I might take it on. Trouble is, I would have to help. You would have to do it. And I would have to place. You would have to do people's orders because I don't do computers. You want to
I think Cynthia's place is ideal for it, and
She doesn't want to do it. That's the thing. If she doesn't want to, if she wants to do it with James. If she doesn't want to do it with this,
Because of personal relationships.
well, there you
It
go.
has no bearing on it.
No, it doesn't.
Well, she's doing it for emotional,
But
spiritual.
here's the thing. The thing of it is, whether you do it or you do it as a group, if you say, okay, I'm going to go speak on behalf of the group, and say, here's the deal, Aajonus will be on Sunday, January 2nd. Okay? You receive all the data that you need to understand about what's the conflict is with the eggs. Here's the deal. Everybody has agreed that we're switching over to John Reed. Now, if you want to still be part of the co-op in connection with that, that's fine. John Reed will be the rewarder from it. If you don't want to, then we have...
We're going to do it in potlucks.
Well, no, you already put that in.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Just keep doing it.
Okay,
Keep doing all the other people that don't know better.
Well, because once again, it's for spiritual stuff that, and like I always say,
Well,
you're
she's
committed,
got a
you're
lot.
committed.
She's got a lot going on.
It would seem like she would come
She makes all kinds of
controversy.
mistakes, and her excuses are she's got a lot going on, but it's not really about this. So anyway, I don't mind speaking to her and saying, you know, we're concerned.
I already
If
spoke to
you-
her.
if you- and I called her. I called her. She
And
said,
I didn't get into it. It was a party.
so anyway, I'll say to her that if she doesn't want to switch over when it's time with John Reed, then
You're going to set up somebody else.
we'll as a group, we'll just set up somewhere else and we want to order through you for James.
Well, yeah, it has to be.
Let all these other people get emails and continue to order. I think we need to, as a group, this is what we want.
Oh, no. Well, that's what I'm trying to say, is that as a group, but how do you, yeah.
But if she says no,
Then you just say, we have somebody else in place.
Well, I won't even say that. I'll just, if she says no, I just say, well, okay, I heard you and
Well,
you
no,
heard me.
but you need to say that because the whole point of it is Joe just said she wants to do the co-op. Okay, so the answer to that
Okay,
is
not really anymore.
the majority says we want
Well,
to switch.
then-
And so if you want to do the core,
Okay,
you would
then,
go to
then it's
Charlie.
getting mixed up
Does
because
she seems like she still wants to do the co-op?
Yeah.
okay, you know what?
I'm actually involved with her a lot on it. When the stuff comes in, I do the calculations on it.
I think I was.
Because she just seems to be so slow on it and so scattered with other things going on. She has conference calls on
It's become very
for
impractical.
spiritual stuff, and so I end up doing all the calculations of. I pay the difference between what everybody else pays and what James needs. I pay that, and then the rest I give to her and Ibrahim, and so I do all the calculations.
So why are you not doing it instead of her?
Well, there's no place.
Because that place is convenient there. I live in La Jolla. Nobody can
Well,
come to my
Oh,
house.
I live in La Jolla.
You know, Aajonus, I really think it should come from you because there's too much things that are mixed up with me and her. But I will have a yard to do it in. Joe can set it up with people on the email, and the order can come into Encinitas proper where I am.
Is it, Joe, is it a money loser or she makes money? Profit or profit? Is she profit or not profit? Making some money? Or-
She says she
She
doesn't,
makes
but
money.
she makes
She makes
it.
pretty good money.
She makes it.
Okay,
Because we put a little surcharge on it because her discount from James was so small, she was almost making nothing.
Oh, yeah, that's what I
This
mean,
discount
yeah.
is so stingy. And so I talked her into putting a small surcharge on it, and so now she's making,
well, maybe it needs to be restructured,
it's
Well,
still not
but
correct.
there's the answer right there. She can make money from it. So if you take the bread and butter away from her,
Why would you want to do it?
then
Well,
then she
first
loses
of
out.
all, I really think you should talk to her. Because I think she's too scattered and she's using that as an excuse, the whole spiritual thing. She doesn't want to really step on anybody because it's been going on for so long and I don't
That's
know.
right. See, you're listening to you. That's not what it is. It's point of July. She said it back in summer, which is she doesn't believe in what I just
Yeah,
said.
no, I've spoken to Cynthia. She goes here and there.
She was talking about, it's all about a feud between
Yeah.
Aajonus and
Yeah.
James. That's
Yeah.
what she's
She's
talking
making up other stories.
But it has nothing to do with spirituality. The bottom
No,
line of it is,
she's not wanting to see it for what it
It has nothing to do
is.
with it.
No, she doesn't want to see it for what it is. She wants to take sides.
but the
about. Well, the eggs were
Well, she took the
okay.
wrong side.
Yeah.
Well,
The eggs
she
were
doesn't even
okay,
know what
but
side
there was a
she's
feud
taking.
between Aajonus and James.
She
That's what went in her
You know,
mind.
I've seen that kind of manner. A person's going to switch whatever's happening. And it's not that she wants to take sides.
But that's what I thought, that's why we had that evidence
Yeah.
meeting to show everyone. Only like 30 people came.
She's not convinced, though. She's not convinced. It's
It's
hard
there on the website.
because remember, the last
Yeah,
I don't have any
But-
responsibility to, if she wants to come to me about it, fine. I don't have any, for somebody like that, who I helped out of cancer and is alive today,
Yeah.
and she attacks me.
She's not really attacking in her mind. She's
No,
not attacking
that's attacking. I don't believe Aajonus
Yeah.
is attacking me.
But she doesn't want to accept that.
I don't give a shit. I have no compassion for her.
Yeah,
I have
agree.
no
I agree
no
with you,
loyalty.
I know.
If she has no loyalty, I have no loyalty.
Well, I'd still speak to her.
Okay.
If it's possible.
What are your books? I can buy them all here.
No, I only have one of them here. My recipe book I have here in the car, but the other one I don't have. But you can buy
I
that one.
have those two.
Well, you
I
can
only
buy-
have
you
one
can
of
buy
the two.
one.
Yeah, I will buy whatever you have.
Okay.
The rest I will buy.
All right. Okay, is everybody up to $35 for this?
Yeah, that's the problem.
This is the smallest group you've ever had.
And it's been wonderful,
Good.
every last minute.
So you don't think it's okay to speak to her?